All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to do a slow flow class today. So start seated on your mat. Easy pose or whatever is comfortable for you. We're going to start with a mudra. It's called a Vaikara. It's a gesture for protection from the forces of nature. It's said to support our immune system and to help us discern between safe and potentially harmful environments. So make sure you're sitting comfortably, soft fists with your hands. Bring your left hand over your heart and your right. Soft gaze or close your eyes. And begin to follow your breath. As you focus more on breathing, let the muscles of your upper back relax. Take about 5 more breaths here. Slowly open your eyes and bring your right hand down to your knee and left hand down to your knee. I want to practice breathing today on a particular kind of breath, Ujjayi, which seems most appropriate to me as we are navigating our way through this virus, because it's a breath where you bring the breath to the back of your throat. So to do that, some of you maybe already know how, but I'm going to go through it. So as you inhale, I want you to say ka. So just say it out loud. Ka. Do it again. Inhale. Ka. You should feel it in the back of your throat. And then when you exhale, I want you to say ha. Ha. So inhale ka. Ha, and exhale, ha. Now continue to say that with your mouth closed. So inhale, you're saying in your mind, say ka. And as you exhale, ha. So you should feel the breath go to the back of your throat. And exhale. Inhaling with ka. And exhaling with ha. So it should sound kind of like the ocean. This is a very common way to breathe during your yoga practice. So today, I invite you to try practicing that breath. We're going to do one more meditation here before we start our poses. So as you inhale, close your eyes again, using the Ujjayi breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. Ujjayi breath. And as you inhale, I want you to inhale all the pain, all the suffering people might be experiencing at this moment. And as you exhale, send your energy out to those people that need it. Inhaling the universe and exhaling, sending it back out. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you know a specific person that you want to inhale, their pain, their suffering, and exhale, sending it back out to them, your energy back out to them. 2 more breaths like that. Slowly open your eyes. Make your way down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your calves, your shins. Hug tight. And then curl up into a ball. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows. Feel the tension. And then release. Hands out to the side. Drop your knees to the right. Don't force anything. Just let gravity start to open you up. Gazing toward your left. And then inhale back to center. And exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. And then exhale to the right. Holding there for 5 breaths. For 2, 3, 4, 5, and then inhale back to center. And exhale to the other side, holding again for 5 breaths. For 1, 2, 3, gaze can be to the right. 4, 5. Inhale back to center. Place your feet on the mat. Inhale, slowly lift your hips up. Coming into bridge pose. Chin comes towards your chest. Exhale, float your hips back down. Using your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, you should hear your breath coming from the back of your throat. And exhale. Adding your arms to this movement. Inhale, arms come up. Press into your feet. Hands go all the way back behind your head, touching the floor. Exhale. Hands come down, back down to your side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, press your hips up. And exhale. Do 3 more following your breath at your own time, so I won't cue. When you're finished, bring your knees in, wrap your hands around your shins, and start to rock and roll coming up. cross your legs. And then come over your knees, coming into tabletop for bird dog pose. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Left foot kicks back, press your heel back, pull your toes towards you. Hand extends, right thumb up. Gaze is toward the top of your mat. Long, flat spine. Pull your belly button up. Pelvic bone up towards your navel. And breathing here. Ujjayi breath. 3 more breaths here, and then we'll open out to the side. 2, 3. Opening out to the side. 5 breaths here, inhale. Taking any variation of this pose that you like for 2. Pelvic bone up toward the navel, 3. 4. 5. Coming back to center. Release your hand and your knee down to the mat. You might enjoy a little movement here. Rocking side to side, circling. Maybe pushing back into child's pose for a second. Coming back up, setting up for the other side. Right heel kicks back, toes towards you. Pull your pelvic bone up to your belly button. Inhale, extend your left arm. 5 breaths here, Ujjayi breath. If you're doing the Ujjayi breath, you can hear it. Keep pulling that belly button up. And opening up to the side, 5 breaths again. Hand and foot back to center and release to the mat. Curl your back toes and lift your knees just a couple inches off the mat. Activating your core here, 5 breaths. Pull that pelvic bone up toward the belly button for 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, pushing back into downward facing dog. Spend a moment or two settling into downward facing dog here. Press your knuckles into the mat, your index fingers into the mat. Lengthening through your arms, tailbone up. Soft bend in your knee, just a little bit or more if that's what works for you in downward facing dog. Bend your knees, bring them down toward the mat. And then push your torso toward your thighs. Leave your torso there. Straighten your legs again. Opening up to downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat. Walk or step forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale fold. Hands to your heart. Roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Nice and slow here. Feeling all the parts of your body. Exhale, hands down to your side. Half half moon. Inhale, arms up. Let's interlace your fingers this time. Palms up to the ceiling. And exhale to the side. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bending into this pose. Inhale, lengthen. Press into that left foot. Stretch your left hand. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands come down. Other side, inhale, arms up. Interlace your fingers, palms facing up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, arms flanking your ear. Exhale. Trying to keep your body in the same plane. Exhale. Not coming forward, not going back with your arms. Inhale. Press into that right foot. Stretch the right hand. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back to center. And exhale, arms down to the side. Inhale, arms up. Bend your elbows, goal pose. Exhale, back bend here. Press into your feet. Press your hips forward. Inhale, back up. And exhale, hands come down to your side. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, chin to chest. Inhale to halfway lift. Crown forward, shoulders back. Exhale, step back into high plank. For that, we're going to do 3 Surya Namaskars, and we're going to hold the Chaturanga Dandasana, or the low plank, for 5 counts. So choose from your toes or your knees what you can hold for 5 counts. Inhale, and then exhale, come down halfway. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Hands down to your side. Press into the tops of your feet. Lift your belly button. Inhale, come up for cobra. Then exhale, release. For 2, inhale up. Elbows in. Exhale. For 3, inhale. And exhale. Each time, maybe lifting a little bit higher. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Hold it here. Now straighten your arms coming into upward facing dog. Feel the stretch. Press into the tops of your feet. Knees are lifted. Shoulders pull back. Curl over your toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Knee facing down. So not opening up through the hips. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale down. Other side, we're going to lift our leg and do 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3. And exhale, leg comes down. Look to the top of the mat. Come forward into your fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, chin to chest. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhaling into a back bend. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands come down to your side. Surya Namaskar A again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Stepping back to high plank. We're going to hold the low plank for 5. Coming down and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Press into the tops of your feet. Inhale, come up for cobra. And exhale, release. Inhale, 2. Belly button is up. Press into the tops of your feet. Exhale. 3. 4. Lifting a little higher each time. And 5. Hold here. Press into the tops of your feet. Belly button lifts. Straighten your arms, coming into upward facing dog. Feel the stretch here. Curl over your toes. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts for Scorpio dog. Stack your right hip over your left. Bend your knee. 3 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep lifting that knee, press into the left heel, inhale. 3. Straighten your leg and release it down to the mat. Other side, left leg comes up. Coming into Scorpio dog, left heel, hip stacks over right. Bend your knee. Lift that knee, press into your right heel. 3 breaths here, inhaling. 2, 3. Inhale and come up and down, straight back and down. Look to the top of the mat. Come forward into a fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale. Soft knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhaling into a back bend. Inhale up. And exhale, hands down to your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. 1 more Surya Namaskar. Each time a little variation with each one. Inhale, halfway. Crown forward, pull your shoulders back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back high. Coming halfway down for 5. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Inhale, press into the tops of your feet. Lift your belly button. Inhale up. And exhale, release. For 2. Exhale. 3. Tops of your feet pressing into the mat. 4. 5. And hold here. Press into the tops of your feet. Straighten your arms. Coming into upward facing dog. Holding here for a moment. Breathing deeply. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Bring your right hand forward, or your right foot forward to the outside of your right hand. Coming into lizard. Look forward. Bring your left knee down. And then bringing your arms either down to the mat, or if you have a block, if you can't go there, you can just stay up. Holding here for 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Curl your back toe. Bring your right foot back. Exhaling down. And inhaling up. And exhaling, push back. Other side, left foot comes forward, lift your left leg, bring your left leg forward, low lunge. Out to the out, not low lunge. Bring your left foot to the outside of your hand. Hold here for a moment. Bring your heart up, look up, press into your right heel, press your left heel in, or left knee into your left arm. Bring your right knee down to the mat. And again, you could stay up here. This isn't enough of a stretch. Or bring your forearms down to the mat or down to a block. 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. 2, 3. Come up onto your hands. Curl your right toes. Left foot comes back. This one we didn't hold. I guess you noticed last time. Exhaling down. Inhale up. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Come up on your tiptoes. And walk forward on your tiptoes. As far as you can go, round your spine. Coming into forward fold, drop your heels. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Soft knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arching back. Inhale, back up. And exhale, hands come down to your side. Surya Namaskar B. Hips back. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms come up. Adjusting here. Bring your pubic bone up to your belly button. Tailbone down, heart comes up. Hand position either in prayer. You can bring your forearms together and lift your elbows. Or extend your arms. Arms flanking the ears ideally. Hands can be in prayer here, or you can be open. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. This time, we will not hold the Chaturanga Dandasana, the low plank. So either from your toes or your knees, exhaling down and going straight into upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward into low lunge. You can place your left heel down and come up to warrior 1, or lift your left heel for crescent. Opening up into a twist. Right arm comes back, left hand stretches forward for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale back. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Going through your vinyasa, high plank to low. Inhale up. And as exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward into lunge. Pressing into your feet. Inhale, coming up for crescent or warrior 1. Twisting to the left. Inhale. For 2, press into your feet, pressing your feet away from each other. 3, heart up. 4, pull your pubic bone up to your belly button. 5, inhale back up. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. High plank to low. Inhale up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Ujjayi breath, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Make your way forward to your fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, hips come back, arms come up. For chair pose. Pubic bone lifts to your belly button. Heart up, gaze up toward your thumbs. And then pressing into your feet. Exhale, release. So your namaskar again, B. Hips back, bend your knees, arms come up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, step back to high plank. Your choice of how to do the vinyasa here. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Exhale, press back downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, low lunge. Pressing into your feet, inhale, arms come up to crescent or warrior one. I'm going to turn to face the other direction so you can see me. Open up into warrior two. Spending a moment here in warrior two. Press your right foot away, your left foot back away. Knees come back. Torso is up to the ceiling, gazing over that middle finger. So push on your hands, push down as if you're pushing to the floor to activate those arms. Feel the activation in your arms. I'm sure you're feeling it in your legs. And breathing, Ujjayi breath. From here, transitioning into triangle. If you use a block and you have one, you can grab it. If you don't have a block and you don't want to come all the way down to the floor, you can simply place your arm by your leg and just don't take it all the way down. Straighten into that right leg. 5 breaths. Gaze up to your left hand. Always an option to gaze down to your right foot. 4, 5, and then come up. We're going to come into the twist. I'm going to shorten my stance here so I can get my left hip opposite my right. So we're going to twist the triangle. Inhale, lengthen. Left hand can come down on the inside of your foot or the outside. Stretch your crown forward and then start to twist. For 2, I'm leaving my hand on my hip, but you can extend it up. For 3, broaden through the shoulders. 4, 5, inhale, come up. Now I should have kept you down. Go back down, plant your hands, step back high, going through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, low lunge. I'm going to switch the direction with me. You can stay exactly where you are. Coming up into crescent. And then exhaling, opening up into warrior 2. Holding here, making your adjustments. Knees come back. Press your feet apart. Chest up. Arms extended. And again, push as if you're pushing your palms down to the floor to activate your arms. Gaze over your middle finger. Keep pushing those knees back. Keep breathing. 3, 4, 5. I'm counting a little fast, aren't I? Straighten your left leg. Transitioning into triangle pose here. Push your hips back. Push your knees back. So bring that right hip back, left hip forward. Three more breaths. Coming up, setting up to revolve the triangle. Again, I need a shorter stance here to get my right hip forward. Do what your body needs. Bring your right hand down to the block of the floor. It could be on the inside of your foot. This time I'm doing inside. Stretch your crown and twist. Press your feet away from each other. Keep pulling your crown away from you, so lengthening your spine. With each exhale, coming a little deeper into a twist. For 4, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look back toward the mat. Hands can plant down. Step your left foot to your right. Coming into plank, going through your vinyasa. High plank to low. Inhale up. Pressing into the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply, Ujjayi breath. Cawing in, hawing out. Inhale. And exhale. Looking to the top of your mat, come forward into your full halfway lift. Shoulders pull back, crown forward, exhale. Bend your knees, coming up into chair pose. Tailbone down. Pull your pubic bone up to your belly button. Heart up to the ceiling. Gaze up to your thumbs. Pressing into your feet, inhale, come up. And exhale, release. One more Surya Namaskar, hips come back. Bend your knees, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, high plank. Going through your vinyasa, your choice. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, low lunge. Again, I'm going to switch my position so I'm facing you. Inhale up into crescent. Exhale, opening up to warrior. We're going to come into extended side angle. Extended side angle, your feet usually are about 5 feet apart. So if you want to try a wider stance, go ahead. If you're comfortable where you are, stay there. Right knee stays bent. Left leg is straight. Hand can be on a block behind your right ankle. Open up. Arm can stay on your hip. Extend to the ceiling. Or across your ear. Press your feet away from each other. Lengthen that left hand. Stretching it away, pressing into the left foot. For 3, 4, 5. Bring your hand to your hip, gaze back down to the mat. We're going to revolve, extended side angle. You can bring the block to the inside, left hand to the inside of your foot or the outside, if you have that flexibility. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, opening up. I'm practicing this with my heel down, but you can also lift your heel if that's a little bit too much of a stretch. You'll be able to open up a little bit more with your heel off probably, but I'm challenging myself to keep my heel down. For 4, 5. Look back to the mat. Hands come down. Step your right foot back and go through your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Other side. Left leg comes forward into low lunge. Pressing into your feet. Inhale, come up to crescent. And exhale, opening up, warrior two. And from here, coming into extended side angle. Changing your stance to make it wider or narrower, depending on your needs. Left hand on the floor of the block behind you. Press your knees back. Bring that right hip back and up. Hand can stay on your hip. Can extend to the ceiling. Or coming into the diagonal. Stretching your right arm away. Pressing your foot into the mat. Your right foot. Breathing. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Setting up for the twist. I'm going to place the block on the inside of my foot. A little more challenging on the other side, but that's what I feel like I can do today. Inhale, crown forward. Left hand on your hip. Twisting, revolving, extended side angle. Left knee stays bent. Push into that back foot for 3, 4, 5. Look back to the mat. Place your hands on the mat. Step back to high plank. And make your way through your vinyasa. Inhale up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. Look forward. And come forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Bend your knees, hips come back. Utkatasana. Press into your feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down to your side. We're going to do eagle pose, and I'm going to break it into 2 parts. So we'll do one side, the other side, one side, the other side. The first side, I'm going to have you just do your legs, concentrate on your legs. And then the second time around, we'll do the arms. If you want to do the full pose all 4 times, feel free to do that. So standing on your left leg, lifting your right knee up. Lift it up high, a little soft bend in your left knee. Cross your right thigh over your left. Options to help your balance by placing your toe down onto the mat. You can also just let it hang, or you can wrap it around your calf. Arms to your heart. 5 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. So pressing everything in. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. Stir them up. Inhale. 4. One more breath. Maybe bend a little bit more into that left knee. Keep the thighs together. And then slowly inhale up. And exhale, release. Other side. Left knee comes up. Cross your thighs together. They need to be touching everywhere. Just squeeze them together as if you had to go to the bathroom. All right, it's a happy thought, isn't it? 4 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. So maybe bending a little bit more into that right knee. Press everything together for 4, I don't know. 5, hearts up. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release. Eagle arms. This time, and then we'll just come into chair pose with the legs. Right under left. You can grab shoulders. Can bring your backs of your hands together, maybe cross at your wrists. And then sit back into chair. Knees bent. Bring your pubic bone forward up to your belly button. And then start to lift your elbows if you can. Lift your sternum. You should have done that first. Sorry. And then gaze up towards your hands. We'll do 4 more breaths here. Inhaling. 3. 2. 1. And then inhale up. And exhale, release. Other side, arms out to the side. Bring your left arm under your right. Shoulders, backs of your hands, cross at your wrists. Sternum up, lift your elbows, sit back in the chair. 5 breaths. Inhaling. Gaze is up, everything's pulled in tight. Pull that pubic bone up to your belly button. 1 more breath. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release. We're gonna have time just for, let's just do 1. Let's do pyramid, forward fold, and pyramid. So, on your mats, right foot forward, left foot back. I will face the other way, so I'm facing you. Square your hips. Option to grab opposite elbows, or if you have a reverse prayer, you can do that. I'm going to grab opposite elbows today. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, start to fold forward. Press into that right foot, push that right hip back, and then just allow your crown, your head to drop. For 2, keep pushing into your right foot, press that right hip back. 3, pull up through your knees. 5, and then inhale, slowly come up, 1 vertebra at a time. Toes facing forward. Wide-legged forward fold. My favorite one is the arms, so we'll do that one. You can do your own if you have a preference. I'm going to do this one. Interlace your fingers, shoulders roll back, straighten your elbows. Soft knees, come forward into a fold. Inhale, pull up through your tailbone. Exhale, crown down to the floor. 2, 3, push those shoulders together, straighten your arms. 4, inhale, push your knees away. Exhale, push into those big toes just a little bit. Come forward just a tiny bit. And 5. Keep your chin to your chest, head comes last. Slowly roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Releasing your hands, pivot to the left. Squaring your hips, setting up for pyramid on the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Arms can be grabbing your opposite elbows or reverse prayer. Exhale, fold forward. Keep pushing that left hip back, right hip forward. And then come all the way down. Just let your head go. Press into that left foot. Nice Ujjayi breath. Pressing in your feet, chin to chest, Roll up one vertebra at a time. Release your hands. Step your right foot to your left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back high. Going through a vinyasa here. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. We're gonna do a walk through or a jump through. For me, it's a walk through. I can't do a jump through yet. So go ahead, come up on your toes, walk forward as far as you can. Cross at the ankles. And then bend your knees, hips come down. And then whatever leg on top comes forward and the other one comes forward. Setting up here for staff pose, Dandasana. Press your heels forward, toes back, arms forward, palms down, pull your arms back. And then bring your hands down to your side. Pressing into your hands, arm activate, shoulders stay back, chin towards chest. Gaze is toward the tip of your nose. 5 breaths. And release. Bend your knees, feet flat on the mat. We're going to do reverse tabletop, option to extend your legs. If you can get your feet flat on the floor, bring your hands back behind you, fingers facing forward. Roll your shoulders back, straighten your elbows, press into the heels of your hands, lift your hips. 5 breaths here. Gaze is up toward the ceiling, or you can drop your head back. For 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and bring your hips down to the mat. Straighten your legs. Come down. Well, you can keep your knees bent. Bring your back down to the mat. Now straighten your legs. Extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee. Grab your big toe with your peace fingers. You can leave that knee bent, but you're going to bring your torso up to your thigh for 5 breaths. So your knee can be bent, or maybe you can straighten it for 2, 3. Try and push the left knee down into the mat. 4, 5. See if you can straighten that right foot. 6. Pointing your toes with the right foot. And then bring your head back down to the mat. Open up to the side. Again, 5 breaths here. Push into the back of your knee. Point your right toes. Breathe deeply. 3, 4, 5. Bring your foot back to center. Lift again your chest up to your foot. And then head goes down, release your toe. Bring your right leg down to the mat. Other side, left leg. Bend your knee. Grab your big toe. Peace fingers around your big toe. And then extend it as much as you're able to. Press your back of your right knee into the mat. Right hand can be on your right hip, reminding it to stay down on the mat. And then point your left foot. Lift your your chest up to your leg. 5 breaths. 1, 2. Keep pushing that right knee in to the mat. 4, 5. Point that left toe, left foot, and then exhale, bring your head back down to the mat. Open out to the side. Try and keep your right sits bone on the mat, right hip on the mat. Inhale. 2. If you can, point your left foot. Pushing that right knee into the mat. For 4, 5, 'Come back to center. Lift your chest up to your leg. And release. Bring your right feet up into shoulder stand, or up into legs up the wall. Option to do an assisted legs up the wall and bring a block under your hips, or coming into shoulder stand. We'll hold it for 10 breaths. Then going into plow for 10 breaths, and then coming back out of it. So on your next inhale, if you're going to do shoulder stand, lift your hips. You can keep your hands on your back, or maybe they come flat on the mat. Maybe you can interlace your fingers underneath. Move your feet up toward the ceiling. Bring your hips towards your head. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop your feet behind you, tops of your toes onto the floor for 10. Coming into plow. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring your feet back up to the ceiling. And slowly bring your hips down to the mat. Make your way into child's pose. So reversing the back bend, stretching out. Slowly making your way up to the seated position. Bring your index finger and your thumb together. Chin to chest. Let's revisit the meditation we were doing today. I find this is very helpful, especially if there's someone in particular that you know is in pain. Inhaling that person's pain and suffering, and then exhaling back your strength and energy back to that person. Inhaling. Doesn't have to be anybody in particular, but exhaling that energy back. Inhaling. Let's do a special one for everyone, all the yogis practicing today. Inhaling anything, any difficulties they may be having. And exhaling that energy back, your energy back to them. May all the rulers of the earth keep to the path of virtue, for protecting the welfare of all generations. May the religious and all peoples be forever blessed. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Let's sing. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Thank you, everybody. If you want to lay down in Shavasana and rest, I'm going to turn the recording off. I'll unmute you if you want to share anything before you leave today. Oh, and there's always the chat too.